So here we have is what we called our inventory sheet. It's our finished product. One of the students in the class had worked on an inventory sheet. And what was great about this exercise, the entire class got really involved and made really good suggestions. And we all put our heads together and we completed this inventory sheet. And just to kind of focus and point out some of the areas, if you notice, I'm just clicking on to different cells. Now here on G2 is a formula where we're taking the values of 3 different cell references. As you can see here, we're subtracting D2, E2, and F2, right? So that's our ending inventory. This is just representing the prices. This is another formula that was entered where we're actually multiplying. And there's a couple things going on here. You'll notice how L1, which you can't even see it, right? Remember, we got rid of that. We hid that column. Basically, that's an absolute reference that will never change. So we did that. Excuse me. Now, this is another cell reference formula here that's going on. So basically, we have F2 being multiplied by H2. Okay, so that's the regular sales multiplied by the price, which will give us, in this case, $30. And we just copied everything going down vertically. And then finally, over here, we're just doing basic addition. We're just adding these 2 values, I2 and J2, right? And that's how we got the total sales here. So this is a really good example of one of the many amazing things that can be done in Excel. One thing that might be helpful, though, if you inherit this spreadsheet or, you get somebody else's stuff, is audit the spreadsheet, seriously, for what it's worth. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I activated trace precedence 2 times. See that? See how it kind of maps it out? Points out all the cells, in this case, that are the precedent cells. So it draws the blue arrows. So basically, it's showing me the cells that are going to be impacted here. So that's really helpful. And then I can remove the arrows. Another thing that's nice, too, is trace dependence. And see how it does that? Now, if I click it again, there are no others. That's it. That's a short formula. So that's pretty cool, right? And, of course, you can't use trace dependence on every cell. It just doesn't work like that. Here's the precedence. Wow, this is pretty neat. And then, of course, I can remove that. And I can go to show formulas, right? Isn't that nice? Boy, that really exposes everything. So technically, I'm looking at what's going on behind the scenes. So definitely good to use the auditing tools. We had mentioned this in other classes, so definitely good to know. If you get somebody's spreadsheet and you don't fully comprehend it, you don't really know what's going on. So that's definitely going to be helpful. All right. Okay, so I did save this. I sent that to you, to one of the students. So a pretty nice inventory sheet with calculated driven cells. Job well done.